Well, every 11 minutes, another person in the U.S. dies by suicide. And according to the CDC, in 2020, at least 1.2 million Americans attempted suicide.
Well, beginning Saturday, the suicide prevention hotline will officially be 988. News 8 Now's Rob Romano explains how the state of Wisconsin is preparing for the change. Rob?
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers says the state is prepared for the transition. I'm told the Family Services Center in Green Bay that will be handling all of Wisconsin's 988 calls has been adding staff and capacity since 2021.
Projection reports were showing about a 93% increase of calls over the course of the first year of 988.
For the past year, officials with the Wisconsin Department of Health Services say they've been preparing for an influx of crisis calls for when the National Suicide Hotline becomes 988, effective this Saturday. In a press release, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers said the 988 number will provide greater access to counseling services and will undoubtedly save lives. This comes at a time when Family Services of Northeast Wisconsin has already seen a surge.
January of 2021, we were taking about 1,100 calls a month. We've seen that consistently grow over the course of the last year and a half. And in the last 2 months, we've taken over 4,000 calls a month in both months.
At Riverside Park in La Crosse, a woman we spoke with who didn't want to be identified said she has high hopes the 988 number will become well known.
Mental health is no joke at all. It deserves to be known about. It deserves to be talked about, definitely. And everybody deserves to be heard, no matter what. It doesn't matter if it could be just some random person. As long as you know that you can open up to somebody, that's really what matters.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is a free and confidential service available 24/7 effective Saturday. It can be reached via phone calls, text messages, or using a chat feature at 988lifeline.org. Bennett Gunderson says his family members are dealing with mental health issues.
It's kind of stigmatized to where some people don't always want to reach out. So making a number that's even more accessible and easier to remember, like 988, similar to 911, just will be easier for people to reach out, I think.
Officials say they expect 988 to become ingrained in people's minds as the go-to for suicide prevention.
I think over time we'll look back in 10 years and sort of chuckle at this idea that we never had 988.
And in addition to 988, almost every county in the state of Wisconsin has a mental health crisis line. In La Crosse County, that crisis line is 608-784-4357. Amy and Ken, I'll send it back to you on that note.
All right, thank you, Rob. We'll put that number on our website, news8000.com. The Department of Health and Human Services Secretary set a goal of making 988 as easy to remember as 911.
And the current suicide hotline will remain active indefinitely as the transition to 988 continues.